Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're doing part 2 today of Johanna Basford's Small Victories, this boat page. So it's boat number 2. So I have popped it in the thumbnail of each video, so it'll say boat 1, boat 2, and then when we get onto boat 3 it'll be boat 3. So hopefully the colour alongs are easy to find. Now I did decide to do this colour along with my Derwent lightfast just to change it up a bit, just to give a bit of variety, and I've not used them for the longest time, but I know some people are disappointed that it wasn't with the polys. So the next colour along that we do after this page, I will pull my polys back out again, don't worry. Don't worry, there's a lot of love for them polychromos. They're my favourite as well, but I like to every now and again just dip into a different pencil brand because you never know, you know. So let's get down on this boat number 2. So the base of the boat, the actual bit that touches the water, we're going to do it the same colour as this one. I think I'm going to go for the same brown bottom of the boat. So I'm going to base it first with the brown ochre. I think that's what we did on the first boat. So a light layer all along the bottom section. Being very careful not to go over all your little plants. There's a lot on here. They're teeny tiny as well. I don't think we'll get much shading into them. I will try, but I don't think we're going to get much shading into those little teeny tiny leaves. I was going to say flowers, but the leaves, aren't they, like some sort of hanging plant. Let's get this colour down. My partner finally got a car. I don't know if I mentioned it in another video. We picked up a car, a little one. So I've got used to driving it now. I took it out at the weekend because we can fit 2 cars on our drive. But obviously when he gets home from work last, like, so his car's always at the front, if that makes sense, the front of the drive. So then at the weekend when I want to take the girls swimming, rather than pull his car out, pull mine out, then put his back in, because that's a major faff where we live on the main road. I just took his car out, so I've got used to driving it now, but I still prefer my own. You always prefer your own car because you're used to it, aren't you? So I'm going to go in Van Dyke Brown now, I think. I can't remember what the mid... Oh yeah, I do. Was it a warm earth colour that I used for the mid-tone? Let me try and find it because I've not pulled it out. I'm sure it was warm earth. Wasn't ruby earth, was it? No. Where's warm earth? Where's that pencil gone? I've found it. I knew there was one I'd not got out. But yeah, we'll go in with the Van Dyke Brown first. So with the Van Dyke Brown, we're just going to deepen up any areas we want darker. So I'm going to go sort of around the edges of the boat like I did on the first part of the video. Go around the edges. I was going to film yesterday, but I had to keep my phone line open because I film from my phone. I had to keep my phone free in case they rang for my daughter, because they went on a water sport activity event with school yesterday and she was a bit worried and a bit scared, and I didn't think she was going to go, to be honest. And they said, well, if she doesn't want to do it, or if she's getting upset or anything, they said, we'll just ring you to come and get her if you don't mind, you know, because rather than leave her there distressed if she doesn't want to do it. I said, no, that's absolutely fine. So then I couldn't film because I had to sort of leave the phone free in case they rang me. But luckily she enjoyed herself, which was really nice. And I've even got a couple of photographs, because she doesn't like pictures being taken out either. She doesn't like being looked at. So yeah, they even got a couple of photographs of her. Really cute. So they had to build their own raft and then take it in the water to see if it floated. So that was fun. It looked fun anyway. I'm not a fan of water myself, it has to be said. I can't swim properly. If you chuck me in the middle of the ocean, I would drown. I can doggy paddle, that is it. I can do a doggy paddle. But that's not going to save you in the middle of the ocean, is it? A doggy paddle, let's be honest. Either that or I'd be floating on my back. Well, they set a starfish, don't they? Well, that's what I'd be doing, because because I wouldn't be doing no swimming. That's for sure. They say fear's always derived from something one moment, and there's a couple of things, but one of them I always remember vividly, and I don't know why I was so scared though, so I don't know. But when you used to go to swimming lessons with school, they used to have that brick, didn't they? Do you remember that brick they used to throw into the bottom of the pool and you had to go under and retrieve it? Well, I remember being really forced to jump in. I was terrified, and I remember being really forced to jump in, and in them days when I was younger, they used to push you, right? They used to give you a little push. No, they don't do that now. If you don't want to jump in, they don't force you, because I think they've learned that it traumatises people, right? So I got pushed in, and then, you know, when you first go under and all the water goes up your nose and you start choking and it stings. You know, when it goes up, it would just, and I just remember it being horrific. And there's some other little things as well along the way, but I think that's one of the big factors. So I used to hate swimming lessons with school. I didn't want to jump in. When they pushed me in, I was like, oh. You know, when you're all the kids are queuing up to jump in, and you kind of keep creeping to the back of the queue and the back of the queue. I remember doing that. I remember it so vividly. But yeah, I'm not a fan of, I never know, and I still don't know now. You know when they say, put your nose under and blow bubbles, like blow through your nose, blow bubbles through your nose or something. And all that happens when I attempt to do that is a nose full and a gob full of water, and it stings. It really stings. I don't understand how you're supposed to blow bubbles with your nose in the water. I don't get it. Perhaps I'll have to give it a go when I'm in Bath next time. No, I'll pass. But I'm glad that my kids are sort of not, I don't think they're as fearful of water as me. My eldest, she loves it. She passed all the stages. So she's a strong swimmer, my 11-year-old, which is good. So yeah. So I'm just getting into all these little teeny tiny, in between all these little teeny tiny leaves with this colour. We're almost done, and then we can add a bit of the warm earth, and then our lightest colour again, and this bit will be done. I've still not decided if I want to put any sort of shading in here for water. I'm a bit terrified of ruining it, if I'm honest. Perhaps I could get a bit of chalk pastel and do it with chalk pastel instead. But I think I've only got my pan pastels now. I think all the cheap chalk pastels I had, I think they all sort of crumbled and cracked and went to nothing. Could do with some new ones. Let's just deepen up the top of this. Bring that down. They're really soft, these pencils. They're surprising how soft they are. Alright. So that's where I want to be with that. So now we're going to go in with warm earth. So warm earth, and I'm just going to go where I've just been with the Van Dyke brown. But just fill in some more of the white space and bring it through to those lighter spaces a bit more, but not totally into it, because we're going to come back in with our brown ochre to add a bit more of that in. But yeah, we're just adding a touch of this colour, just filling up more of the tooth of the paper a little bit. The colour's not too dissimilar from the Van Dyke brown. It's a very similar shade, this one. Emergency vehicle going past. I've been watching loads of business channels lately. Just, you know, like small business channels, artists. I love watching Catnip. And then I found another one last night. Oh, I forgot the channel name. Terrible that. I've really completely forgot the channel name. But basically they just go in, it's just like little vlogs of how they went from selling items from the bedroom to renting out a studio and making, you know, 6-digit figures now. And it is inspiring to see where, I mean, the lady Catherine from Catnip, she went from holding down 3 jobs and working on her art at the same time to being able to just stick to one full-time job while she concentrated more on the business, and then eventually, you know, being able to leave those jobs and doing a business full-time. And she just did like a little timeline of how it, you know, how it happened. And you have to work hard. It's not a quick process. Things aren't, are they? Anything good in life you have to work at, I think, unless you're just very lucky. So yeah, it's inspiring because, as you know, I've just opened my own little Etsy shop, and I'm at the very, 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 very start of my journey of trying to make something a bit bigger. I've just actually, at the moment it's bookmarks, art prints and vinyl stickers, but I have just sent for some samples of some keychains. So I'm gonna go in now with brown ochre. Yeah, I've sent off for some samples of some keychains from 2 separate companies because they're a little bit different. And I want to see what the quality's like from the 2 different companies. One company is about 40p more per keychain, but they look like there's more to them. They look more quality, so it might be worth that, paying that extra 40p per keychain. But I'm gonna let them come. I think some of them are only due to come on the 1st of July, so it will be a while before I get to look or show anyone. But yeah, I've obviously had to outsource them to a manufacturer because I can't produce acrylic keychains at home. I've not got the machinery for any of that. So yeah, well, let's just see what they turn out like, and then I can create some little characters for keyrings then. That'd be quite cute. So if you've got any suggestions for keyrings, anything you like, do you like florals, do you like plants, do you like little kawaii characters, would you like on there, like little coffee cups? I don't know, what would you like to see on a keyring? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I really love the look of things being produced. I don't know how to say this word. Sublimation. Is it called sublimation? It's like a heat press machine, so you can put your designs on cups, on the little tumblers and things like that, or you can even put your designs onto those. Do you know the bookmarks that are magnetic, like these? So this is a little magnetic page flag thing. So they're like these, and you can create those because this print is sublimated. I don't know what that word is, but basically, yeah, I could even, if I had one of those heat presses, I could even make some bookmarks like this. So there's a long way to go for me, and I've got a lot of ideas of things I want to do. It's just doing it slowly and seeing what works, because obviously these heat presses aren't cheap machines. That's another emergency vehicle. What's going on today? So that's the base done. I think whilst we're doing here, we may as well do these leaves while they're teeny tiny. So I thought first off I would go in with green earth. So I'm just going to do a light layer over all of the leaves. All of the leaves. And then I will try and pop a little bit of shading in. I think it's going to be quite tricky because they're teeny tiny, but nevertheless. We'll try. We'll give it a good go. We'll give it a good go. Don't forget as well, I've still got the competition running for my Etsy shop. So it's a giveaway. You'll find the video on my YouTube channel somewhere. And all you have to do is head over to my Etsy shop, Kirsty's Art Shop, it's called over there, and favourite the shop. And then like and comment win on the giveaway video. And then you'll be entered in to win a bundle of goodies from my shop. So we'll see. We'll see. And that's open until the 22nd of June and it'll be being drawn on the 23rd. Next up we're going to use Racing Green. So I'm going to try my hardest to get a little bit of darkness in these leaves. So I'm just going to, right at the base of each leaf, I'm just going to try and add a little teeny tiny bit of this. Now, you don't have to be particular about this. It is too small to be a perfectionist about this. So just really randomly put a little bit of darkness on there. I don't like that bit there. Let's just, yeah. She says don't be a perfectionist, and then she's like, oh, just go back and do that bit there. Just that bit. Always the way. I was gonna attempt to do 2 bolts in one video, but I'm just not that fast at colouring, so that ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be 1 bolt per video. I have kind of picked out my colours this time though. I kind of didn't know where I was going with that first bolt, but I've kind of picked out my colours. They're not too dissimilar from the first bolt, to be honest. Kind of going with a similar colour palette. Takes the guesswork out of it, doesn't it? Right, let's move over to these so you can see they're really nice now. Really nice. And if you feel like they're too dark, well, you know we always come in with our white gel pen highlights at the end, so you can put a few little dotting details around the leaves and give it a nice little bright pop of colour on there later. I can't believe we're coming to the end of the school year almost. Feels like it's gone so fast because it's one of my daughter's last years at primary school. So in July that she'll be going to high school in September. So July she's got a primary school prom. She's going on a residential trip. It'll be so much different from my eldest daughter when she left, because my eldest daughter, the year that she left primary school, it was COVID. So they had to cancel the residential trip. They didn't get to go on an end of year trip. They didn't get to do a prom. It was a shame. It was absolutely a shame. So all these things they've been looking forward to and excited about and saying goodbye to the friends properly, and they couldn't, and it was awful. And I bet the older ones who were leaving high school as well felt the same, you know. They didn't get a prom, and it's even more special, isn't it, when you get to high school? I just think what a shame for these kids who's missed out on so much. My eldest daughter as well, because it was still, you know how long COVID went on for. When she started the high school the first year, normally they send out letters to parents to take the children abroad on a trip. They get the opportunity to go abroad on a trip, and obviously because of COVID and everything, they didn't even get that opportunity, so she's missed out on that trip abroad there as well with school. So she's missed out on a lot, my eldest daughter. It's a shame, honestly. I'm going to use heather now, and I'm going to do all this background area of this section. I'm going to just put a light layer of heather down. bet, you know, there's loads of, well, thousands of other children all in the same situation who's missed out. Hopefully they'll get to have some good experiences as they go through college. My daughter's visiting a couple of colleges actually. One's a university. Yeah, they take them for a little visit. What's that dirt on the page there? Is that off my hand? It must be somewhere. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so she's going on one trip to Liverpool University one day. I forgot what day that is. It might be Friday. Yeah, Liverpool Uni. And then she's going on a geography field trip one day as well, going to Formby Beach to measure the sand dunes, of all things. I'm going to go in with Violet now and just deepen up around the edges, and then we'll go back in with the heather. I'm going to deepen up the edges, so you can go in with a medium to hard pressure all around these edges. One of my daughter's schools, the Send school, they've just sent a notice out that they're doing a summer school. So, you know, in the summer holidays when school shuts, they're going to open from 8:30 in the morning till 1:30 lunchtime. So that's like, what is that, 5 hours? Of 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 5 hours. And it's £10 a day, 50 quid for the week. I thought, no, I'm not paying that for a good school when she don't have good school. I've still got the other four kids at home, even if I send her, so it's not even, it's not a break for anyone, that is. We'd seen her go on some day trips, I think. We normally go to the zoo in the summer holidays, the zoo, the beach. Hopefully it's nice enough for the beach. Oh, I have to laugh about last year's trip to the beach. Well, I blame my partner because I haven't got a clue about tides and things. You know, when you go to the beach and you check that the tide's out, is it? Do you check if it's out? Because then you can go on the beach. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Anyway, so my partner checked all the tide times, apparently. Anyway, we got there with literally, there was nobody there, and I thought, there's something dodgy if nobody's here apart from us. Right. So we got down onto the beach. We put the towel down. Within 10 minutes, that tide came in. And I mean, it came in all the way. There was no beach left. We had to quickly grab all our stuff and scoot back up onto the promenade. I was like, oh my god, we've literally been there about 5 minutes. The kids were like, no. So then we spent the rest of the afternoon in the flipping arcades with them, spending a fortune. Honest to God. I said to my partner, I thought you checked the tide times. I did, it says such and such a thing here. I'm like, oh, no, that's a bit wrong. So, yeah, this summer when we go, hopefully we get it right and we can spend the full day at the beach rather than being washed out. That's the plan. That's the plan. The zoo, I think we'll be going to Knowsley Safari Park, probably. I like, no, not Knowsley, Chester Zoo, because they didn't like Knowsley Safari Park, the kids. Because I love the bamboo bit. What's it called now? I forgot. But you can go through the monkeys in your car, basically. And, you know, you go in with the intention, you know they're going to rip one of your windscreen wipers off. So it's just, you know you're going to be paying for a new windscreen wiper. But it is fun going through them. It's cute. And come on your car, and, well, one piddled on our car last year. Actually, weed on it. But it's really cute going through them. But my youngest daughter was terrified. And she was crying to get out of there. And obviously, you know when you're driving through, the monkeys, there's always cars in front of you, and there's no way, you can't overtake the cars in front. You've just got to go through really, really slowly and follow the car that's in front. Well, this car that was in front, it had a load of monkeys jumped on its roof. So obviously it just stopped for a bit, the car, and then it was going really, really slow, like, and then just stopping every so often. And my daughter's screaming in the back, I want to go, and I'm like, I can't get out until that car moves. So anytime I mentioned her, I said, do you not want to go through the monkeys again? Did you not like it? She's like, no. So yeah, I think we'll probably just go back to Chester Zoo. And we went to an aquarium, a really nice aquarium last year as well, called Blue Planet Aquarium. Really, really nice place. It's a big place. Not like the Sea Life Centre. It's way better than the Sea Life Centre. So I think we might go there as well. And obviously lots of park trips. But my partner's booked off 2 weeks, but not together. So he's like booked a week off at the beginning of the summer holidays and then at the end of the summer holidays, because it sort of splits it up a bit. Because I'm on my own with them the rest of the time, because they get 6 weeks off school. Is it 6 weeks? They get 6 weeks off school, and my partner can only book 2 weeks off work. So it's like I've got 4 weeks of being on my own with 5 kids, 2 with autism, and trying to go out anywhere by myself, like even the park, even just going the park by myself with them, it's really hard to keep track. I mean, my eldest daughter, you know, you don't have to watch her at the park. She's 15-year-old. If she comes, she's just like, I don't know, just chilling, sat somewhere staring at her phone probably, but you know, she's chilling. But the others, they kind of need to be watched. And yeah, it can be hard work. I'm going back in with Heather now, especially if the parks are busy. I avoid the parks that I know are heaving, because I definitely can't keep an eye on my kids when it's heaving. There's too many bodies. They're all running off in different directions, because there's 4 of them all running everywhere. And then it's normally my youngest daughter who gets a bit meltdown-ish at the park as well, especially when it's time to leave and trying to get away from somewhere like that. It's really hard work. So last year I tried to get my mum roped in to come to the park with me. I think she came once. Yeah, I try and rope people into coming helping me, because it is hard. It is hard. Just go back in there wherever I raised it. Right, I'm not sure what colour I want to do these little windows here. I'm thinking, should I do them all this colour here, which was it the Persian orange and the sandstone? I think we'll do that. Or should we? I don't know now. I kind of don't want to now, because I'm kind of looking at those pots at the top and thinking, wouldn't they look nice looking like a terracotta colour like this? Oh, let's do the pots sandstone. So a light layer of sandstone on all the pots. We're going to go for it. We'll do the pots this colour. We'll do what I'm clear about first in my head, and then decide on the indecisiveness later, if that's what we can call it. Persian orange. So I'm just going to deepen up some areas. So I think the bottom part, maybe. And just randomly deepen up where you want to deepen up. If you just want to deepen up one side and leave the other side light like that, can do. If you want to deepen up the top bit. I'm very random with my shading. Very random. I think all these are leafy plants and like succulents at the top as well, aren't they? So I'll probably just get the same greens I used at the bottom, but add a few more lighter shades to some of them. So yeah, let's get, I want a lighter shade of green first. So I'm going to go in and find the grass green, I think it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, grass green 70%. I'm going to use And I'm just going to put a light layer over all of these leaves. So I'm just going to have that colour as the base for all of it. And then we're going to deepen up with some different greens. There we go. So I will use the same colour we used down here for some of them. So racing green, I think I'm going to do this one and this one. We're going to make it darker on the tips. So I'm going to make it darker on the tips and just pull that colour down a little bit. See what we've done there? I know it's teeny tiny. I could probably do with zooming in more, but the problem is when I zoom in so far, it makes it all blurry. It blurs in on my hand. I've not took my hay fever tablet. I can tell because I can't. It feels like there's something in your throat, like it's clogged. Like you need to clear your throat constantly. Right, I'm going to use a different green now. So now I'm going to go in with, let's go in with green earth. And let's do these bushier ones. So I'm just going to do one side of it dark like that. And then leave this little bit that's lighter. So maybe do that and then just do these ones darker at the bottom and then leaving that the grass green at the tip of the leaf. And a bit of shading on these. Like that. And this one. Is that them all? I think that's them all. I'm going to go back in as well on these pots because I didn't blend them, the base of the pots. I'm going to use the white. So where I've just left it a bit lighter, I'm going to use the white and just burnish that. So we've got that really nice sort of little highlight going on. Oops, press too hard. Let's snap it. So I'm going to do this little umbrella next because I think that's quite cute. So I've got out here yellow. So I think I'm going to start at the bottom and put a light layer of yellow. Then I'm going to do this one here. So we've sort of done 2 strips of yellow. I'm going to put a shadow in the yellow with the golden sun. Golden sun. So I'm going to start at the outsides with the dark colour and leave it light in this centre. So if we just come from the outsides of the little umbrella. Golden sun is always such a nice shade. It doesn't matter what pencil set you've got. If you've got a golden sun, you know it's a nice shade. Or something along those lines. Golden rod in the Prismacolor set is really nice, even though I don't like Prismas. That is a really nice colour. And then you've got the green gold in the Poly set, which is a similar colour, really nice. So colours like this give a really nice shine as well. Like that looks like a really nice highlight there. And then I'm going to use some reds for the bits that are left. So I'm going to go in first with Scarlet red. So this is bringing a little bit of red into this illustration because we've got some red in that one there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the top bit red as well, like that. I'm not sure about this bit yet. I think we'll do separate colours going down. So I'll just deepen up this red bit with the Merlot. So the same way we use the golden sun, we're going to start at the edges to deepen up and leave it later in the middle. Then we can come back in with that Scarlet in a second. Yep, so go back in with your Scarlet and we can burnish that now. You can really bring that colour in. There we go. And then the top bits, oh, I don't know, I kind of want it a different colour. Or should I just do it red? Should I just do it red? I'm so indecisive. Yeah, Yeah, I'll just do it red. Do it red. I don't want too many different colours, but I'm back in with a Merlot, but this time I'm going to do it dark at the top there and pull it down. And then back in with the Scarlet. I'm just going to sharpen it. It's really teeny tiny. All this sort of little bits inside this boat now are really small little bits. Just gonna erase that little bit there. There we go. So now we've got these little windows to do, we've got the top of the boat to do. I think I'm gonna do this little bit in the heather. So this little bit that goes at the top there, that top little strip, I'm going to use the heather there, I think. Oh my gosh, my throat. It'll teach me not to take my hay fever tablet in the morning, won't it? And then we're going to go back in with that violet. Oh, let me get a drink. Sorry, guys. So going in with the violet, going to go darker at the edges. And then as we start to get towards that centre, I'm going to ease off the pressure. Again at this side. So start easing off the pressure again now. So it's lighter when you come to that section in the middle. And then this time I might use the white to blend that, so it's got like a nice little highlight on it. So I'm going to use the white now, coming from the edge of there. And it keeps it nice and bright, you see. Just depends how bright you want your highlights and your shadows. So you can even go back in with the heather over the top if you feel like it's put too much of a white coating on. Go back in with the heather just over the top. You will be able to push that into the paper a little bit. There we go. Right, I am going to do these windows with the sandstone. So sandstone, a light layer first to start off with. So these are like, they're like roller blinds, aren't they? Like little roller blinds, I think. And this would be inside the boat or on the other side of the boat. These, I'm just going to do these as if they're shut. There could be an open, like an open window bit, but I'll do them as if they're little blinds like these and they're shut. And then we're going to go in with Persian orange to deepen up. Persian orange. So I'm going to go in darker at the sides. So, because you have the frame of the window, don't you? Like this frame, and it always puts a shadow on the bits that are on the sides and the edges, around the edges, and then it's lighter where the light's shining in the centre. So I'm just going to pull that colour through a little bit now. Ease off the pressure of the pencil. A little bit. There we go. And that's what we're going to do on all of the blinds here. So hide pressure around the edges and then use small circular motions and a light pressure to bring it towards the middle. Just gonna dust off. I think the only colour we've not brought in on this second boat from the first boat is this turquoise. And maybe I could do this top bit turquoise that we've left out there. Might be a good idea. I don't like doing them too different. And then we've got these little windows here. I'm going to kind of come dark from the top on these ones. Now if you want, you can use a blender pencil or you can use a white in the highlight. I'm going to use a blender pencil this time. So this is the Caran d'Ache full blender that I'm using. I'm just going to go into the centre a little bit. You don't have to push in too hard if you don't want, if you just want to blend it a teeny tiny bit. So now I've just noticed as well, we've got this stick bit coming down from the umbrella that I've not done. So what colour should we do that? What colour should we do that? Should we get the turquoises out and add some turquoise in now? And also maybe, no, I don't know, maybe the Merlot. Yeah, I'm just going to do that a block colour. I'm going to use the Merlot for this stick. So it's in keeping with the colours of it. Blow that dust away. Now I'm going to get out some turquoises for the top bit. So I think it was a Mallard green I used as the darkest colour on here. I definitely had a turquoise green out, did I? I'm asking you lot because I've no clue, I forgot. I've absolutely forgot what colours I used. Was it dark turquoise? No, it wasn't, was it? Or was it? No, it was light aqua. Yeah, it was those three. So I had light aqua as my lightest shade, so I'm going to use this again. So we're just going to base all of it, all the top bit with a light aqua. All along. And I'm going to base this bit as well that we've not done yet. So just pop a bit of that colour there. These colours will smoosh together a little bit because it's so tiny to try and get in there, but when we get the darker colour on, it'll be fine. It'll totally cover it up. So I'm going to go in now with the Mallard green. So I'm thinking start at the edges again and make it darker and then lighter as we come into the centre. You can lift off the colour a little bit. So we're in there, start lifting off. And then I think these we can do a block colour of the Mallard green because I think that's what we did on the first boat. Is the bits that were coming down, we just did a block colour on there. Just so that they really stand out. That's that. And then these little bits in the centre, again, I'm going to do dark underneath and at the sides. And then lighter in the middle. So we can bring our lighter colours in a minute, but just sort of work your way around like that. On all four little sections. Oh, I can't stop looking at puppies, guys. I really want a little puppy. I can't stop looking at them. I'm all over Facebook, Instagram. I'm looking at a Cavapoo. Cavapoo. It's a cross between a Cavalier and a poodle. I know, they're so cute. They're so cute. I need to wait a bit though. I need to get this house sorted out first. So I'm going to use this one now, turquoise green. And we're going to go where we've just been. But we're going to bring it even closer to the centre now. So we're going to bring it a little bit closer. I'm going to fill up some of that white space with this pencil. Bring it a little bit closer. And again, the same on these ones. Still leaving some room in the centre for a little highlight. Now you can either go into the highlight with a white pencil or a blender pencil. It depends how bright you want to keep the highlight. I think I'm going to go in with white on mine. So go right in on the top there, and then these little bits here, I do want it to be quite bright. So I'm just going to go in with the white. And then of course I've got this strip down here to do. So I'm going to go back in with the Mallard green. I'm going to deepen up the edges, and then again as we come to the centre I'm going to ease off the pressure and go into that turquoise green. So I think about there I'm going to ease off and then start from the other side. So it is okay to go in with block colours sometimes, like I'm doing here. You don't have to absolutely shade and layer everything. Oh, I don't anyway. Turquoise green now, so where we left off with the Mallard green, let's get that turquoise green in. I'm going to go right along with the turquoise green. And there we go. And then we've just got obviously the inside of these windows. I'm going to go around the edges with a little bit of grey. So I think it was the, was it Granite green? Not green, grey. This one, Granite. Granite. I'm going to use this just around the edges. It's just adding another little bit of shadowing, a little bit of something. Adds a bit more character to the page, I think. That's even a thing. And then we've got these the little thing that you pull down on the blind. There's a little tiny circle there. Now whether you want to go in there with, I don't know, a coloured pencil, or whether you want, I'm going to use a gold Posca pen, because on anything that's super tiny like that, I just get the Poscas out. I just think, like, little gold Posca pen on there, this is the easiest thing. So my gold Posca pen, teeny tiny little dot, because you can, honestly, you can barely see that at all. But there we go. So now it's white gel pen time. So my most favourite bit. I'm going to put my pencils out the way, push them over there, and we're going to get gel pen details in. So I'm going to pop some on the boat. So there's lots of little lines on the boat that Johanna's popped in. I'm going to go over all her line art. So wherever she's got black line art, I'm going to go over with my white to start with. So we'll go down these little bits here on the boat. Let me spin you around a little bit. Get a better angle on this. And then we've got little dotting details coming down the side of the boat. Spin you around again. Got some little lines here. Some little dashes, I call them. Little dash lines. Going all along. There's a couple at the top. Couple of dotting details. I'm going to put a few dots of my own dotted around as well, why not? And then because we've got all them sort of little bubbles at the bottom of that boat, I'm going to do some on this one as well. So you can do some bigger circles like that and then some smaller ones around it. And hopefully it'll just look like a bit of a wave or a bit of the foam of water has come up. I don't know what I'm looking for. It's fantasy, isn't it? It's all fantasy. Gonna continue those little dashes as well up there. There we go. Got a few more dots at the top of this boat. A few lines. See how much more it brings it to life when you start adding on all your details. It just makes it pop off the page a little bit more. I don't think I could survive without my white gel pen. It would definitely be in the bag. You know when they say what 3 items would you take to a desert island, or what 3 colouring supplies? That'd be a white gel pen, wouldn't it? Right, I'm going to pop some little lines down this umbrella thing now, just to act as a little highlight. I think put one down that edge. A few little dots, just to brighten it up a little bit. And then we'll do some dotting detail at the top of here as well. Maybe some around this purple bit. Do a little flower shape. Because everything stands out a lot nicer on darker colours. So I find it nice to pop a little bit of magic around there. And I'll leave the windows as they are. I think because they're open, it's more like a hatch, isn't it? It's not glass. It's not like glass there, is it? Or is it on boats? Who knows? Have not been on a boat. I don't like water. Well, I've probably been on a boat once. Probably when I was younger. I think it was actually a school trip again. Something just popped up on my phone. I hope no one's just tried ringing me. That's the thing now. If anyone rings me when I'm recording, it doesn't come through, kind of. I'm going to pop some little lines on here now. And I think we'll leave it at that. I think we're done. There we go. So that is boat number 2. So we've got boat number 1 and boat number 2. I think boat number 3 is going to be in keeping with similar colours again. Possibly for boat number 3, I'm thinking this will be nice being a red curtain. So red curtains there and red curtain across there. And then we're going to do a glow effect because there's lots of lanterns on this one. So we're going to do a glow effect all around the lanterns. Maybe even a bit of a glow on the bottom of the curtains and the tops of whatever this is down here. So yeah, so maybe that'll be it's obviously part 3 of this colour along, but also maybe a little light tutorial about how to create a glow on that. So yeah, if you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching everyone, bye bye.